Hey skaters, my name is Sonic and I'm here with InMoveSkates out in South Beach, Miami. And today we're going to show you a few moves to get you going on skates. We're going to show you the scissor position, which is really important for a number of things on the street and for turns. We're going to show you the first turn, which is the parallel turn, and we'll show you a few more moves related to that. So I hope you're ready because this is going to be an exciting lesson. Let's start with the scissor position. So what is the scissor position? It's like a set of scissors and they open like this. So you can do the same with your legs. Now when you do the scissor position, it's important to keep your legs fairly close together this way and more apart this way. So in this case, you still want to have fist width apart for your legs, have them right below your hips. But now, one of them is really in front of the other. There's a few different versions of scissor position. You could have your right leg in front, you can have your left leg back, or you could have it the other way. You can have your weight more on the trailing leg, or you can have your weight more on the leading leg, or you can have it kind of centered or switch it back and forth. And obviously this works when you're going forwards and you're going backwards. Let's go into the details of a scissor position. The one we really want to use is the weight on the back leg. That's generally the most useful scissor position for a lot of the things we're going to do. Now, when you get into scissor position, it helps if you bend your knees more. Remember to press up against the shin, especially on the back leg, since that's where a lot of the weight's going. And the more you bend your knees, the lower you can get in the position and the bigger scissor you can have. A big scissor is really useful for a lot of moves, including turns and going over rough obstacles on the road. So let's see what this looks like in motion. To do the scissor position while in motion, start with a slow roll, get into ready position, and then bring your leading leg forward. Keep your weight on the back leg. So here's what it looks like. Ready position, weight stays on this leg comes forward, and you want to stay nice and low. The scissor position is really, really useful because it's a really safe position to be in. So if you're out skating in the streets, this can be really, really helpful and keep you from getting hurt, or to keep you more stable in weird situations. So when you do a scissor position, it's quite useful if you're approaching like a rough obstacle. Say you need to go over a patch of grass, say you're going over some gravel, say the road gets really rough, you're going over railroad tracks, or even if you want to go over cobblestones, this stuff can help you out. So let's see what it looks like. We're going to go over a section of grass in a scissor position and show how it works. Again, you want to keep your weight towards your back leg. That's really, really important. And now also to go over road obstacles, you want to really press down on your heels and kind of keep your toes a little pointed up, not really lifted, but just with your weight a little off of them, so it's easier to roll over stuff. As you can see, it's easy to get tripped up going in a standard ready position. But now, if you go in a scissor position, it's much easier to go over a road obstacle, as you can see here. And also note that the faster you go on your skates, the easier it is to go over a road obstacle. Keep that in mind. If you're lower on your knees, if you keep them more bent, you have more shock absorption and your center of gravity is lower, so that's more stable too. So keep that in mind when you're approaching a rough road obstacle, when you go over like a grate or railroad track or something like that, that to stay low, keep a scissor position, and keep up your speed. If you do that, you'll be able to make it over any sort of surface, even cobblestones. Now the scissor position also leads us into a very important part of skating, turning. Because we don't want to just go straight or just stop. We want to go from side to side and take us where we want to go. So let's look at parallel turns. The parallel turn, and you can start this in the grass, involves starting in a scissor position. So ready position, then scissor position. Now parallel turn, in order to turn, you need to be on your edges. Remember we talked about this in the previous lesson? So if the right leg is forward, it helps us to turn to the right, and it helps us to edge to the right. So the right leg is on an outside edge, the left leg's on an inside edge. Most of the weight is on the back legs. You want to make sure you keep your knees fairly bent. So you want to do this while in motion. So the steps to do a parallel turn is you're in ready position, rolling, get into a scissor, nice and low, most of your weight on your back leg, and then edge in the direction of your front foot. So let's see what that looks like in motion. So again, start in ready position, go into a scissor, and get onto your edges. Now when you get onto your edges, you're not automatically going to turn, so remember to also tilt your knees in the direction that you want to go and also look in the direction you want to go. It helps more if you even lean in to the direction of the turn, kind of like a bicycle. Now to get a little more action out of your turn, start with your knees really bent, and when you make the turn, kind of extend them a bit, as if you're pushing on a skate. When you do this, you get a lot more power out of your turn, and you can even generate speed. Isn't that cool? You can go faster while turning. So there you go, skaters. Scissor position can get you a lot of cool stuff skating. So it's a way to really express yourself, a way for you to be stable and go over rough obstacles, and a way to turn in a really effective way. So hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Check out more instructional videos at InMoveSkates.com or the InMoveSkates YouTube channel. Thanks again, guys. Take care.